Hey guys, Jeff with Maker's Niche here. I've been watching the new Loki series, and I like the elevator scenes in the first episode. Here's a shot of the robot detection device thing, and so I thought, oh, this would be a nice little diorama to do. So here I modeled up the device itself and the walls, and the little divider thing. So I jumped over to Hero Forge and I modeled up a Loki in a TVA suit, and came out pretty well. Also, I modeled the little person that is manning the robot device, and this is the best I could do. I know it's not exactly what the guy looks like, but came out pretty well. And here I've got the model in Chitu box for my resin printer, and we'll get this guy printed up. And the same with the smaller guy here. Model came out pretty good. I think the head angle is going to work out well. Again, very nice prints by Anycubic Photon Mono. So, I had a little problem with the 3D printing of the rest of the diorama. I got my scale mixed up, and now my Loki is a giant. So I have to fix the scale and restart that print. While that's going, I'm going to work on the pattern of the floor, and it's pretty much just this geometric shape repeated a couple thousand times. So while the walls were printing, I decided to speed things up a little bit and print the device itself on my resin printer, so I can go ahead and get going on putting it together. Came out pretty well. The scale is correct for my figurines, and the post for the divider, and then just a bunch of greeblies that I'm going to use to add to the device to make it look more, I guess, futuristic or mechanical. So I've got a nice coat of primer on it. Really happy with the way this came out. Looks really good. Really happy with the greeblies that went on it. Also got a coat of primer on my figurines, so we'll get those painted up. And another epic fail on my printer. The the lifting on this was insane. It's absolute trash. There's nothing to do with this, and this print was going to take 10-12 hours anyway, so I'm going to scrap 3D printing the walls. I think I got another idea. Big fan of Boyle Hobby Time on YouTube. I'll link him below. But he uses polystyrene sheets in a lot of his builds, and so thought I'd give it a try. Ran to the hobby store and got these sheets and some square tubing, and I'm going to cut it up and model up the walls out of that. So I'm using two different thicknesses of sheets here. The thicker sheet, the 4th thou, is going to be the main support, and then I've got these 2 thou sheets that I'm going to cut up in different sizes to simulate the paneling of the elevator with the gaps in between the paneling. Works really well. Get the desired effect I want there. So I'm just going to glue these down. Got this little speed square thing I 3D printed to help corner everything up. It actually came in pretty handy for this build. You'll see it several times used. So for the elevator doorway, I've got this square tubing that I'm going to cut up for the frame. I'm just going to cut some 45-degree corners so that it meets up really nice, and glue it together, and then I'll glue it to the wall that the door is on. Now that I got the door framed together, I'm going to put the doors very similar to the way I did the paneling on the other wall. Just glue down some 2 thou sheets and put a little gap in between them so it's clear they're separate items, separate elements. And finish up the rest of the paneling, and the walls are really done. I'm impressed with this process. It was much faster than the 3D printing, and pretty much gave the same results. So I'm going to move on to painting my figurines, and going to kind of skim past all the specifics of it. Just jump right to the finished product. And if you want to see how I go about doing my painting, I go into pretty in-depth detail on the Superman model that I did. Check my channel for that. But I didn't feel like going through the painting technique on this video would serve much purpose, so we just skip right through it. So another trick here I'm using that I also learned from Boyle Hobby Time is a little pre-shading, pre-shadowing to get a dark color down in the recesses between the panels so they'll pop out. And for the color of the walls themselves, I'm using this metallic nickel paint, and it's a bit thicker than you would normally see me use or anyone use when model painting. It's because I wanted to get those streaks and lines so it looked like this brushed aluminum effect. So I want you to see my brush strokes in this case, and I think it came out pretty well. So here's the final product of the metallic walls of the elevator. Again, really happy with the way this all turned out. The polystyrene sheets worked out great. Appreciating the streaks in the paint. Here's the flooring. I just printed it out and glued it to some foam core and start a little bit of assembly here. So last thing I need to do is get the barrier put together. So I just took the post and I got this piece of ribbon, really thin piece of ribbon, actually off of a Christmas ornament, and cut it to the length I wanted it. Just going to glue it to the post and then glue the other end to the robot detection device and move it all into place. Really happy with this quick build. Had some challenges in it, but with that, this build is done. I'm pretty happy with the way this quick build came out. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and click on the subscribe button to get instant notifications of when I upload new videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.